everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all keeping really well. Today I'm going to be talking all about my hair extensions because I get a crazy amount of questions about my extensions, mainly because people don't know I wear hair extensions until I tell them they do, and then they're like, tell me everything. So I'm going to go through my most frequently asked questions about my hair extensions and my own experience with them. I'll probably talk mostly about great lengths because those are the ones that I'm wearing at the moment, and they're the ones that I've been wearing for the longest as well. So if you're curious to find out a little bit more about hair extensions, or if you're planning on getting them in for an event or your wedding or something, make sure to keep on watching. And if you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Grace and I make new videos every week on a bunch of different topics. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below so you can keep up to date with all of my new videos. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so I have these questions on my phone so I don't forget them. So the first question I get asked all the time is, how long do they take to apply? Because obviously it's lots of little bonds, so everybody assumes they take a lot of time, and they do. But it kind of depends on how many bonds you need / want to get in and how fast your hair extensionist is at applying them. So obviously the longer that your hairstylist has been applying hair extensions, the quicker they are, because obviously they do it more often, and the less bonds you get in, the faster the process is going to be because they don't have to apply as many. So at the moment I only have a half head of extensions in, so it takes less time than a full head does, but I wouldn't say it takes a lot less time. It still takes a lot of time. So the average length I spend getting my hair extensions in is probably 3.5 to 4 hours. But it does go super quickly. Usually if I'm getting my hair extensions in, I'll take my phone with me, I'll take my iPad with me. If I need to get a bit of work done, I'll take my laptop with me too. And please God, do not forget your charger, because if you were stuck with like your phone battery dead and your laptop battery dead and you're just kind of sitting there not knowing what to do for like 2 hours, you will be bored out of your mind. So don't forget that if you're getting your extensions done. But that's generally the amount of time it takes to get them applied. The next question I get asked all the time is, do they blend well with your own hair? And in my experience, yes, the great lengths blend amazingly well with your own hair. And I know this is a real worry for a lot of people that are getting extensions in, that there's going to be an obvious difference between your hair and the extensions. But believe you me, whether you get the full head in or the half head in, there really is no visible difference between your own hair and the great lengths. So my own hair is darker on the top, as you can see, and has like a balayage through the ends. So I think I have 3 or 4 different tones of hair extension that are kind of just blended through my own hair so that the extensions match perfectly with my own hair color. Another great thing with the great lengths hair extensions is the texture of the hair extension is actually the exact same texture as my own hair. So even if I was to let them dry naturally, they kind of dry looking the same. It's not like my hair dries really frizzy and then the hair extensions dry really straight. They actually both dry like with a little bit of a frizz. Probably the most frequently asked question I get, I'm really sorry if you can hear my washing machine downstairs, it's doing all sorts of crazy things right now. Yeah, the most common question I get asked is, do they last long? And in my experience with great lengths hair extensions, yes, they do. They're really durable. I get about 5.5 to 6 months out of my hair extensions, but I do know people that have got longer out of them, although I don't know how they've been able to stand them for much longer than that, because as your hair grows, the little bonds grow out along with your hair and they start kind of dangling around your ears and you can feel them. Like I can feel them right now. So yeah, I don't know how people can put up with that for like a couple of months longer. Usually I get about 5.5, 6 months. Maybe their hair doesn't grow as fast as mine. That's probably it. So yeah, great lengths are by far the most durable hair extensions I have ever had applied. I can actually remember a few years ago, before I started getting great lengths in, I had another set of extensions and I had individually bonded extensions around my face. And I can remember walking down the street with my friend, we were Christmas shopping at the time, and I went to put my hair behind my ear and out came 3 of my extensions in my hand, and I was standing there going, Oh my god, I hope she didn't notice. I hope anybody around me didn't notice. Where do I put these extensions? So yeah, that's kind of embarrassing when that happens. Luckily, that has never happened with my great lengths. I think in all the time I have had great lengths hair extensions, I've probably only ever had one extension come out a set, if any. Most of the time I don't have any extensions come out. Another question I get asked a lot is, are they easy to maintain? Because you don't want to be getting in hair extensions if there is a hell of a lot of maintenance to them. And I don't think they're that difficult to maintain myself. The only thing I would have to say about them is that if you're a person that likes to let your hair air dry and you don't like to use a hairdryer on your hair a lot, you do have to dry the bonds of your hair extensions. You can let the rest of them dry naturally, so you can let the ends dry themselves, but you have to blast dry the roots to make sure that your bonds aren't left wet, because if they are, they'll break down and they'll come out. So that's just one thing with them. But you do get special shampoo and conditioner and a hairbrush when you are getting them applied. So you just use that shampoo and conditioner. I know myself, I use different shampoos and conditioners, and I haven't really noticed that much of a difference in my hair extensions. None of them have come out or anything. And then just with your hairbrush, you have to get one with soft bristles so it doesn't catch on the bonds, because that's really freaking painful if it does. Usually what I do is I just have a regular brush and I run it through the ends and my hair is fine. Another question I get asked is, do hair extensions damage your hair? And I think this is one thing that people have like a real phobia of when it comes to hair extensions, that, you know, the glue is going to damage your own hair, or when the hair extension is taking them out, that they're going to rip chunks of your hair out with them. But in my experience, my hair has never been damaged with hair extensions. It is actually in better condition now than it was before I had the extensions in. My hair has grown to this length. My hair was to here before I had my extensions in, so it has grown so long, and it's much more healthy because I don't use heat on it near as much as I did before I had extensions. I used to straighten my hair all the time, but because hair extensions hold a style so well, when my hair is straight, it's straight, and when it's curled, and that's it. So once I've been asked all of those questions, usually the next question that follows is, how much do they cost? And unfortunately, this is probably the only downside to extensions, is that they are pricey. But it's such a hard question to answer because it totally depends on how many bonds you get and how long your extensions are. So if you get a half a head of extensions, it's going to be cheaper than getting a full head of extensions. And if you get a shorter length in your hair extensions, it's going to be cheaper than getting a longer length in your hair extensions. So basically the thing that decides how much they are is how much hair you're getting. So when it comes to price, I think, now do not quote me on this, I think great lengths hair extensions for a full head start at €700 and go up. Now I'm not sure again what length of hair extension that's for or anything, and a half a head of extensions is less than that. I personally would recommend a half a head of extensions. I have had a full head of extensions before, and now I have a half a head of extensions, and I don't think I would ever go back to a full head because I feel like I get the thickness that I need from a half head of extensions. They are the same length as my own hair, but I just use them for a little bit of thickness, and my own hair is longer at the back and kind of shorter around the front. So I use it just to even out my hair. So if you're looking for a more affordable way of getting great lengths hair extensions that isn't going to hurt your bank balance as much, I would definitely recommend getting a half head of them. They look really great. I'm really happy with mine, and I would never go back to a full head of them. And they're just easier to save for. And the last question I get asked is, are they worth it? And in my eyes, they are 110% worth the money. If you are self-conscious about your hair in any way, shape or form, like I was, mine was so thin, and because it was so thin, it looked quite short. I couldn't really do much with it. I couldn't style it. If I curled it, it just basically fell out, and it just wasn't healthy. So my hair extensions actually gave my own hair a bit of a break, and it made it grow a lot longer, and it's a lot thicker now. So if you want to get hair extensions and you're prepared to pay the money for hair extensions, Braid lengths are 110% worth it. They will not let you down. I promise you will love them. So yeah, that is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a little thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed to my channel. And I will catch you all again in my next video. Have a great weekend. Bye!